Jim Inhofe, senior member of that committee, will be asking questions as well, and he is my guest now. And Senator, good morning to you, and thank you for your time before this hearing begins. Mattis, I know you're a supporter. I expect he will be confirmed. Do you have information that suggests otherwise?
Oh, no, I don't.
Okay.
He'll be confirmed.
If that's the case, then, under James Mattis, how will the Department of Defense be different?
Well, it'll be different. Right now, you've heard over and over again, and you know absolutely that it's true that, you know, right now our enemies don't fear us, and our friends, our allies don't respect us, and that's all going to change. That people are going to know that we've got arguably the most respected general in our whole ranks. He's been there 44 years. I've known him for 30 years, Bill. This guy is the best. He's a tough guy, but he's also a compassionate guy. He's going to shock a lot of people. So you watch him very carefully during this thing, and the questions that we ask him, you're going to be very pleased.
Well, why do you say that he's going to shock a lot of people? In what sense,
because
Senator?
people they're trying to paint him, Bill, as this mad dog Mattis, a guy who's tough, a guy that doesn't stop. You know, that name alone doesn't sound like the Mattis that we all know. And yet that people try to capitalize on that. You know, people are doing all they can to discredit anyone who's a nominee for a position in this cabinet. But this guy he is the best. He is the very best. And by the way, the vote will take place this afternoon that will give the waiver to allow him to hold that position.
Do you expect that to pass?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
It'll pass. It'll pass. We had a hearing on that last week.
Yeah, but to be clear, though, Senator, the whole Mad Dog name, he doesn't dismiss it, but he wants his fellow Marines to call him that. Not necessarily civilians. That's how he stated it. Give me a sense, because this is certainly to come up. Why is it important to make this distinction between civilian leadership and military leadership in this job?
Okay. Well, yeah, historically, and I agree, and I think most people watching this do agree, that we have a civilian-run military. It's going to be that way. It's been that way. The only exception was George C. Marshall, and that was back in 1950. So now we have, and what was prevalent then is prevalent again today. Today, we are in the most threatened position that we've been in as a nation. I really honestly believe that. I look wistfully back at the days of the Cold War, because right now we have mentally deranged people out there with weapons and delivery systems that can reach the United States of America. It's no longer as it was when we had two superpowers. So I would say that we are in the same position now that we were in 1950, and there's every justification, and no one disagrees with it. All the think tank people.
Then I imagine, too, a lot of questions will come up about how he views Vladimir Putin. I mean, that seems to be the theme throughout the week this week. But I'm hearing praise for Mattis, not just from Republicans like yourself, but I hear it from Democrats. Can you give us a sense as to why there seems to be this level of flattery from both sides?
Well, it's because they know him. Here's a guy who's military through and through, Marines through and through, has been for 44 years, doesn't have a personal life. Everything he has is military. He's a tough guy. He's respected. He's not a partisan person, but he believes in a strong national defense, which we have let deteriorate for the last 8 years. And look, I've got 20 kids and grandkids that are depending on us having someone like Mattis lead
I get it,
lead
but he thrives in the field, as you know. Kandahar, Afghanistan, Baghdad, Iraq. How's he going to deal with that huge bureaucracy in Washington, D.C.?
Oh, well, you know, let's wait and watch him, because he has been a great manager all this time. Keep in mind, when he was in charge of the Central Command, that was a very large number of people, and that was you could say that's a bureaucracy also. I just have so much faith in it. It's almost blind faith, because I've known him for so long, and no one disagrees with this. He's going to go flying through, and you watch the vote this afternoon to make a waiver to allow him to waive the 7-year waiting period. That's going to happen, maybe even unanimously.
We certainly shall wait to see all of that. Thank you, sir, for your time. James Inhofe with us from the Hill. Thank you, Arthur.